100 naira ko. That's somebody ko.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Lagos This Morning. My name is David Smith, and with me,
I am Eboluwa Ikolo.
yeah. Wow, it's been an eventful day. It's been an eventful week generally, and today is the 10th day of the new year. At what point do you think it's safe to stop saying like Happy New Year? Because the decorations are still up, and you know how the season is and all. So at what point do you feel like it's safe to stop saying Happy New Year when you meet someone? Because the greeting still goes on, like, hello, good morning, or beauty, Happy New Year.
Yes. Probably, I don't know, maybe the beginning of February.
Beginning of February.
Yes.
Not,
February is the month of love, so there's no need to be saying Happy New Year anymore.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, we are starting off with the Silent Times newspaper review. And the headline says, Efcc quizzes Zenith, Providus, Jaiz CEOs over involvement in Betta Sadiya Umar-Farouk fund fraud. So this issue has been coming up for a while now.
That was the same thing that we did yesterday. So it's like, it seems to be a very serious case, and our president is taking it very serious.
Yeah, so according to what he says now, you know, when they found out that Edu moved certain amount of funds to our personal account from public fund, so gradually as EFCC were digging into it, other stories started unraveling, other people involved in this conspiracy, I would say, started this thing. So there is a case now that says the Zenith Bank, one of the managers in the Zenith Bank was also involved in this supposed fraud now. Also, Providus is a commercial bank too. Yes. And Jaiz also is a commercial bank. So their CEOs were involved in the fraud, as they say. So according to reports now, it says that they revealed that the Zenith and the Providus and Jaiz CEOs have been questioned over a 44 billion naira fraud. And 44 billion naira fraud case.
Wow.
So the ministry generally now, so the Humanitarian and Poverty Alleviation Ministry that Edu is in charge of, Betta Edu is in charge of now, they found out that they had links now to the CEOs of Zenith, Providus and Jaiz. So now EFCC called her in for questioning now. I heard they have seized her passports. It stopped her from traveling or making any transactions or whatsoever. So they are currently monitoring the situation. We'll tell you how it goes. So let's move on. I think a writer says here now, let me see. Okay. Tinubu slashes foreign local trips expenditure by 60%.
Finally, thank God.
Why do you say thank God?
Because the expenses that they throw to that particular is too much. So slashing it by 60% means the budget will at least reduce.
So you don't think that Tinubu needs officials to follow him on any business trip he has?
He needs, but he doesn't really have to carry everybody. Now you can carry maybe 5, 4.
Not 500.
No, that's too much now. Do you know how many people you cater? Do you know how much you used to cater for 500 people? That's a lot.
Yeah, for feeding, accommodation, the transport,
that's a lot. Yeah. And it's not just basic, it's luxury.
Yeah.
Because they are rolling with the president.
Like the COP25, where he traveled with over 500 officials and all, and Nigerians were clamoring. What do you need those 500 officials?
People to do.
And it's from the government's pockets that you will pay for their feeding, their accommodation, their allowances,
our
as you said. Taxes and all, and we pay taxes for those stuff. So let's move on to the Vanguard.
Okay. 585 million naira grabbed. EFCC quizzes Betta Edu for hours. Wule led Rivers Assembly writes Fubara over 2024 budget presentation delay. Edo 2024, Shalibu frowns on Edo not meeting a dozen Igodalo. Okay. Old Davido, if harm befalls me, says Tiwa Savage. Cadbury Nigerian to sell 402 million naira shares over inability to pay $7.7 million debt. Wow. Okay. Cost of governance, Tinubu slash delegation for federal government trips by 60%. So
regarding the 60% slash of trips by this thing, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Njiri Ngilali, he disclosed during a briefing that it has come to the attention that Nigerians have been having some sort of sentiment regarding the fact that we are paying huge money for certain officials that are literally doing little or nothing in the public offices they are holding now. So the president came out through Njuri Ngilali to say, okay, fine, let's do it like this. 20 officials now will follow the president. That is 50 in total, because it depends on this. If it's local meetings, for example, now it has been reduced now to 25. 25 will follow the vice president. 25 will follow the president. Okay. 15 will follow the vice president, the first lady, and the wife of the vice president. 10 will follow them. So we see how it unfolds. Moving on, The Guardian, and the headline reads: Nigerians want probe expanded to other poverty alleviation schemes. And the byline says, still reoccurring, Tinubu slashes official trips expenses by 50%. Nigeria's economy to grow 3.3% in 2024, the World Bank projects. And APC sues Adeleke for appointing PDP members as OSEC chairman, a PDP member as OSEC chairman. Army confirms arrest of soldier for insulting Sanwo-Olu. FG probes private varsities over fake degrees. Another topical issue now. Okay. Niger's coup leaders free President Bazoum's son. And lastly, federal government pledges to end insecurity.
Wow, finally.
So what is your take on this current varsity and forgery of results? And Togo, there was a case that came about, I think, was it Togo or Benin Republic, when they said a certain journalist went undercover to a certain university in Benin, and he got a result under 6 months. He got the result, and he went ahead to serve before the everything was unraveled, and we came to find out that there are certain institutions in and outside the country that deliberately forging results for certain individuals so that they can have their way in certain positions of the country and the economy in general. So what is your take on that generally? How do you feel about this forgery issue? That because some students actually go through the pain of going to the school, to university for 4 years, strike, maybe if strike comes up, maybe 5-6 years depending. And at the end of the day, somebody just walks into university and just gets a degree on that 6 months. So what's your take on it? Do you feel like it's something that we need to look deeper into?
Yes.
Or it should just be swept under the carpet?
Why not? No. That's like a very serious offense. It's punishable. So the government should look into it. Yeah. All this, because how will somebody come out like in 6 months? And because I was a student too, and I spent 6 years because of ASU strike and all, and somebody will just come outside because you have money and So no, you
feel it's bad.
Yes, it's really, I feel that the government should look into it.
But you don't feel like there are certain powers that be in government that are also enabling this kind of
and some of those governors, most of them they usually present fake certificates just because they want to enter that particular position so that they can do whatever it is that they want to do. So I feel that the government should look into, because it's a very, very, very serious matter. Very serious. And they should punish them. There should be a punishment for it. So I hope that the government will do something about it.
Okay, moving on. One, Army confirms, no, before we go on, let's check. Army confirms arrest of soldier for insulting Sanwo-Olu. You've heard of the story?
No.
So let me just briefly explain it for you. So there was a video that surfaced, was it a week or so ago, few days ago, where a bike man was actually towing a one-way road.
Oh,
He was towing a one-way road,
okay.
and the governor happened to be on the spot.
Oh,
He
yeah,
happened to be on the road. So the governor cautioned the person and told them to arrest the individual in question and put the person inside. They put the person inside his car or something, and he zoomed off. Then after that, there was this. There were a certain set of people that, because I don't know, nowadays I just feel like as long as you have a phone, you have a light, you have camera, you have something, you just come online and say things, you insult people. I know there's freedom of speech, but there are certain things you shouldn't see online. So certain individuals came online and started abusing the governor per se. They abused the governor. They were like, how you call a military personnel an idiot or something like that came up. So the army now confirmed that out of all those people that were involved in this certain statement being said, a particular, there was one military official that came up and said something. So the army now has confirmed that he's in their custody for insulting the governor of Lagos State. So they are putting him in custody now, and we'll see how it unfolds.
Yes.
So moving on, this day newspaper.
Okay. This day, FCCPC Act shows Tinubu may have breached law in removal of Irukera. Nobody is above the law in Nigeria, says EFCC, ICPC as interrogators grills Edu. A move to reduce cost of governance, Tinubu slashes government officials' entourage for local international troops by 60%. Tiwa Savage petitions police, alleges threats to life by Davido. This is like a very interesting topic to me, because I've been seeing a lot of news online about Tiwa, David, and the ex-husband, Tiblis, and even some, like, they were mentioning their children. Like, what could actually lead to that to the extent that they're dragging their children and all? Because Tibli, he made a lot of statements about their children, saying that why will David be doing this kind of thing and all that. So I don't understand. Like, what do you feel is the roots of this matter?
Well, according to reports now, because we can't just come here and give substantial information on what really happened, because we are not really sure what really happened. But according to text now, there's a particular text going online now. Is a petition was filed by Tiwa Savage against Davido. According to the petition now, she said Davido was a threat to her life or something. Davido was threatening her.
Yes.
And he was bullying her. He's bullying her rather. So Instablog, I think a few hours ago, they released a leaked conversation involving Tiwa Savage and Davido. And that what is contained in that conversation was Davido and Tiwa Savage both going back and forth. There was war of words, and Tiwa Savage was very, very, there were some very, very tentative words used there. Very strong words used in that conversation. And with the way it looked like Davido was actually trying to make amends now with Tiwa. But it feels like Tiwa had already got it to that point where she was like, no, I've had enough. Don't apologize to me. Don't ever speak to me. I don't want to see you on the street. And there were very strong languages used there, but we don't know what really happened.
Yes.
We can't see what really happened.
I just saw that David unfollowed Tiwa on Instagram and went to check her own too. She was also not following him, so I don't understand. Well, I think the link is that Tiwa and his first baby mama, that's Sophia, they are quite close. So I think
Davido's first baby.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe he did something to her, or like I don't understand. Like the words that Tibli said were really harsh.
Yeah, it was harsh.
It
I
was
saw
really
those
harsh,
ones.
saying that money can't save him, money can't cover him, and all
He
that.
also talked about his
So I
daughter.
just feel like any differences they have, they should like settle it, because Tiwa's son and David's daughter, they are both friends, and their friendship is quite unique and strong. So I feel like they should just settle the matter, and so they can, say that there can be peace and all. And I feel the petition was unnecessary. Like,
No, we can't say it was
but yes,
necessary.
we
don't
don't
know
know
what
the
really
root of the
happened.
matter yet. But as time goes on, we would know the roots of the matter. But I really hope
They settle it.
yes,
Like,
they
we
do.
love when they put out good content,
Because
music, and all.
David has been trending a lot these days.
Do you?
Like,
There was a particular tweet I saw. It was actually directed mainly at David. It was like, for the past few weeks, for the past few months generally, from early 2023 up until now, David's publicity, that is PR team, have not been able to handle. They have not handled certain of these issues properly, because it keeps on slipping into the media and keeps on making it say it keeps on making it's finding its way into public domain. Certain issues that are supposed to be kept private, that's supposed to be kept in his inner circle, it just slips into the media. So I feel like his prayer needs to start handling these issues. They need to start handling these issues. There are some things that should not even make their way into the media.
at all.
They need to be on top of certain situations, because he's really causing damage. He's really causing damage, and he's indirectly painting Davido in a bad light, because people tend to now see him now as a violent person, and also they need to handle issues like that.
Who knows? After this, another issue might come up
He's
again.
very
And he's
delicate.
always in the middle of one thing, like.
Will you say it's not his fault now? I feel like there are certain issues that that needs to be handled in-house. Like there was a case of his child. He gave birth to his child, and Sam Clef came out and said, congratulations to Davido, he has given birth. And Davido immediately came out and was like, never you speak about the issues like this. So I feel like for that to have come out, it would have been in his inner circle, but it was like he didn't say it. He didn't come out openly to say, okay, I've given birth to twins, or Chioma has put to bed. So nothing of sort came out. So I feel like his inner circle needs to handle this issue.
Yeah, just like the death of his son circulated.
Issues like this are delicate.
The couple didn't even say anything. We heard it from one of his closest
on third parties.
Yes, that's David. If I already, so
it's a very delicate issue.
Up next is.
So we've touched this day. Now we move to leadership.
Okay.
So still on the same story we'll be discussing. Tinubu cuts travel delegations by 60%. The World Bank projects Nigeria's growth at 3.3 in 2024. 3.3% in 2024. So what he's saying Nigeria is that Nigeria's growth now, in terms of population now, has increased by 3.3%. Then there's a byline that says, Shetima tax Benue leaders on unity and governance. Nasarawa records 75 kidnap, 83 robbery cases in 1 year. Then synagogue church tackles BBC over documentary. You know what's going on in?
Yes.
Can you brief us on
everywhere? I feel, why is the matter coming up now that the man is dead? I don't understand. Why did they do? Okay, while he was alive, I remember that there was a lady that came out to say
allegedly
one or two, but everybody believed that TB Joshua is a man of God. He can never do this, can never do that, because a lot of people testified about his testimonies that, oh, this man did this for me. Oh, this man, if not for him, I'll still be like this. If not for him, I'll still be like this. So this matter is a very serious matter. It's very, very serious, and I see it as a spiritual matter, because I read a story about a lady, a white lady. She was accompanied by her friend, and the reason she came to TB Joshua's, I think there's like a house, like a very big house.
Yeah, is in the documentary.
All of them to stay. So she came to she believed that TB Joshua could save her. What happened? What was happening to her? She she was or she's gay. So she believed that maybe if he prayed for me, he laid his hands on me, probably I'll get healed, or maybe I'll be straight on. But after her testimonies, after she entered that place, was something else. She said her phone was seized, she was raped, and she could not receive emails, calls, or anything from any of our family or any of our friends. Like, this matter is a very, very serious.
But
like,
the church itself now has come out to distance itself from reports like that, saying it's a lie, it's fallacies made up by BBC. It's like a conspiracy theory to just bring down the church.
Exactly. Now, that was what they did back then too, when the lady came out to say that she was assaulted, and this particular synagogue church said that everything is a lie. So who would even want to admit to that kind of stuff? Nobody now. This Nasarawa record
The insecurity is really alarming.
Yes. So
Yeah, there was a case of, was it yesterday? I can't really remember. There was a case of kidnap. They said bandits, because it's bandits they called them. They say bandits came into the community, I don't know, shot sporadically, took some certain people as hostages and all. And it has been a reoccurring, it has always been reoccurring, the issue of kidnapping, especially in the northern part of this country.
yes.
And people are feeling like there is no much needed attention, that there's no more needed attention on issues like this, because they feel like the government has neglected them. You know, when the president came out to wish us, when he gave a message regarding the New Year and the Christmas celebrations, the incident at Plateau was, they felt like it was purposely left out for certain cases, for certain issues, that the president needs to come out publicly and say, okay, fine, I stand against certain things. Or he can speak through his media or publicity secretary and say, okay, fine, there are certain issues that are going on now. Now the president, he sees it, he knows what is going on, and he's going to try his possible best to deal with the issues at hand. The insecurity issues at hand is becoming alarming.
It's too much, because this is the particular reason most of my friends don't want to cancel out, because they're scared that NYC will throw them in Kogi, Gombe, and you know, other states that there are insecurity. So we cannot go serve my country, I beg.
Okay. The next one, Daily Independent. Outcry trace increase of aviation agencies contribution to TSA. Stakeholders won 50%. Stakeholders won 50% TSA might impact passenger safety and comfort. Okay, so this issue that is coming up, okay, basically TSA stands for tariff, I think tariff on treasury single account. So there are certain amounts now that are being paid to the aviation agency internally. It's like an internally generated fund now. It's like a contribution. They pay it to the TSA, that is the treasury single account. So they pay it to them for certain issues, for balance. I don't know. I'm trying to find the right word now. So basically, they pay it to the account for safety. You know, just like the National Union of Road and Transport Workers, there's a certain levy they pay for maintenance of aircraft, for their levies, their dues that generally all unions are supposed to pay. So now it was originally 40%, but they have increased it now by 50%. And the Lagosians now that are involved in this sector have come out to cry that this is not what we need. Everything seems to have gone up sporadically these past few months. Generally, things have been increased. There's increase in prices of fuel. There's increase in goods and commodities. There's increase in even transportation generally. So they have come out to say, okay, fine, the federal government needs to look into this. They need to tackle this.
Yes.
They need to make life easy for everyone in Nigeria, because things are getting hard. People are struggling. They are finding it hard to survive in this economy. So
we don't need any more hardship.
We don't. So the byline: FG supporting MSMEs with 125 billion, says Shetima. Okupe, a political opportunist, goes where food is ready. Anyanwu remains PDP National Secretary, court declares. Gilbert Atta appointed youngest French Prime Minister at 34. Then still the recurring headline. Tinubu cuts overhead numbers of officials, those officials that will travel with him on business and political meetings by 50%.
60.
By 60% rather, 60%.
Then the top one, federal government ASU fashion out modalities for averting industrial crisis. Federal government constitutes 8-man committee to probe degree mills. This federal government ASU fashion out modalities for averting industrial crisis. Finally, this is a very good news because it simply means that this way they'll be able to like avoid strikes and they will not prolong these children's university. So instead of like spending like 4 years, instead of like spending 6 years, now 4 years. 4 years will be 4 years. Because there are some courses like medicine. I think medicine is 7. So imagine strike. So because I want to study 7, I now study
the year of study now becomes
10,
longer.
and I think after that they'll go to like medicine school. Same for the lawyers too. So the
question is, how effective will it be? Because as time we have always been hearing issues of federal, each time a particular government comes into power, there's always this issue of ASU. They have not paid their salaries. They have not paid the necessary the money promised to them. So how effective will this be now? Because every government will come out and say, okay, they will find solutions to the issue. But how effective will it be? Will it always continue to be a recurring issue? Because with the way it's going now, it's like they pay this money finish. Like the money does not. The money just keeps increasing. It keeps piling up, and they go into closed door meetings and they come out and say, okay, fine, we've cut off the strike. And few months later, they go again into a closed door meeting. How long will this continue to go? It needs to be settled. It needs to be settled.
I hope it is permanent, because if it is permanent, then I'm sure the Nigerian students should be smiling.
So this FG, the other caption you read,
okay,
FG constitutes 8-man committee to prove degree mills. Yes. So it's basically about this certificate now. So they've called a community, they've constituted an 8-man committee now to address the issue of these degree mills, because it's becoming rampant since the reporter uncovered the issues. Now it has become so rampant now. So the federal government has sprung into action and are beginning to address the issue now. We've banned students from using certificates from certain countries in Africa. Uganda, I think Uganda was called up to certain countries like Benin and Togo. So the federal government have banned students staying in that country from using their degrees to work in this country. So let's see how it goes, as I keep saying. So what newspaper are we looking at now?
Business Day.
Okay.
Cost grid collapse test Tinubu's electric vehicle rollout. Bleak future for Max 737 in Nigeria as airlines shun orders. Cash scarcity persists despite CBN's availability assurance. This cash scarcity is making things really difficult for us Nigerians, because the other day I went to the bank, and when I got to the counter, they told me that the highest cash I can collect is 5,000 naira
in a bank.
Yes. So I came outside thinking that the money was too small. So I went to the ATM thinking maybe I can get like 10, 20, and the 4 ATMs, there was nothing inside. Nobody told me when I went back inside to go and collect the 5K.
Central Bank of Nigeria came out and said there's cash in there's enough cash in circulation. So why do banks keep doing that? Why do they keep holding the cash? They keep holding it. During the festive period, people found it difficult to withdraw money from their account.
Thank God for POS people.
And there's the report now that says the withdrawal, the rate at which Nigerians now withdraw from ATMs now has reduced because of the cash insufficiency. So people now prefer to make online transactions or go to POS to make certain transactions, and which is not supposed to be, because the main reason for banks is to enable people make transactions, easy and fast transactions. So now that the bank has seems to be like they are gradually cutting themselves from that equation, because we need cash. We go to bank to withdraw, not POS. There are certain times you might not get necessary networks.
I don't think POS can give 100,000 naira cash.
Okay, fine. So there are certain issues that bank, but then they just need to look at it holistically in general.
These are important issues. They should focus on these important issues and not focus on insignificant issues. These are the issues that they need to look at. Cash scarcity, because cash is a very important thing for our day-to-day. Just like water, we need cash. I cannot be doing 300 or 200 transfer for keke now. I need cash. I need money.
Well, but we are in a cashless society now, so it's supposed to work that way. There are certain things we don't need to do again. Like we are gradually becoming a developing country, so there are certain things we don't need now. Cashless transaction, we can make certain transactions to the company.
That we need to, Nigeria, we need to develop. Like I don't like outside, like when they take the bus, they just like swipe their card, and that's all.
I think BRT has it too now. There's a card for that. You just swipe it. Yeah,
wow.
I think they have it. They should.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's nice.
Now you are push now. You drive
Probably
around in your car.
They can do it like that for cake. It's not every day now. Cause when I was going home yesterday, and I was passing by, and if you see I passed by the filling station. If you see the queue, it was crazy. So I just like peeped to the price, and I saw 599 per liter.
So Nigerian News Direct. We're moving to Nigerian News Direct.
Okay.
Betta Edu. Tinubu has set the pace for us to fight corruption, EFCC. And they vowed to investigate anyone found culpable. So you know what has been going on now. Betta Edu has taken over. She has really taken over the Nigerian media space, the internet, online. So the issue of fraud now has been put on the front burner. Now EFCC has swooped in. They've investigated her, and we found out that there were other parties involved in the fraud. And the EFCC also have taken them into questioning, like we spoke about.
100 naira ko. Estambul ko.
Tinubu has set the pace for us to fight corruption. So I like what Tinubu is doing on this matter. Like, he's really standing on this fraud, no to fraud. And here he said he has vowed to investigate anyone found culpable. So if you are caught doing fraud, if you understand what I mean, he's gone.
So according to reports that came out yesterday, it says that the EFCC investigated the CEOs of certain commercial banks, Providus, ZENITH Bank and Jaiz Bank, and in connection with the over 44 billion naira alleged fraud uncovered in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. So we get to know what the outcome is from subsequent news bulletins.
Governor Abiodun seeks federal government approval of free trade zone for Remo. Mr. Critical, Nigeria needs an angry president. Why did he say so? Why do we need an angry president?
Probably it's coming from the angle that the president has not been as rugged. I will use the word rugged. Has not been as rugged in terms of answering certain issues that have come up now, like the issue of insecurity. Now it feels like if it were a president that is angry now, he will swoop into action and handle the issues of security. So they feel like he's not vocal enough. He's not vocal when it comes to issues like this. It's not showing this sense of emergency, because issues like this needs to be addressed immediately. So I feel like that is the angle is coming from.
Do you think we've had an angry president before? I don't think so. Since I was born, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Access holdings FBNH cross 1 trillion naira capitalization. Cost of governance, Tinubu orders VP MDAs to reduce travel expenses. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
So we're moving to the punch.
EFCC seizes Edu, former minister's passports. Yeah, I made mention of that before.
Yes.
Then bank MDs grilled, suspended minister barred from traveling. So they've seized her passport now. You know, when it has to do with issues of sensitive issues like this, they will tell you, we brought you in for questioning. Please don't leave the country until we have finalized the investigation, the ongoing investigation, and we have come to the conclusion. Okay, fine, you have been discharged and acquitted from all these issues now. So she has been barred from traveling. She will be in the country as the investigation goes on until everything is finalized.
Nice. Okay. NNPCL post over 2 trillion naira profits. Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot of
2 trillion naira profits.
But we are not
in this fuel.
We are not seeing it now. Are we seeing it?
I really hope they don't increase fuel price.
With the way it's going now.
I really hope. Because even yesterday, 7 NPC didn't sell. It was like that branch at I used to call it to
Ogba,
yes, that Ogba branch. It was closed. I know that NNPC, they are known for like selling cheap. Imagine people that are even buying from black market safe.
The prices are exorbitant, very high prices.
Fake degrees. Federal government probes 107 private varsities. Nigerians hail Tinubu as president trims foreign trips entourage. Wow. Okay. Police parade 3 suspects linked to Plateau killings. TB Joshua Squan faults BBC reports ex-disciple knocks late prophets. Lagos police looking to Tiwa Savage petition against Davido. 85 abducted as bandits return to Kaduna Abuja Expressway. So moving on to sports.
Yeah, it was actually a fun night for other fans of the Premier League, apart from Chelsea fans, because they were there. I know.
Don't diss me.
That's the funny part. That is the main reason why I have to like sit back comfortably so that I will express my mind now.
If you diss me, I'm not coming to the show tomorrow. You should tell you not to diss me.
You will eventually find your way there. So, like I was saying, Chelsea lost to Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough is like they are in the championship now. That is the second tier of English football. So they lost to Middlesbrough 1-0, first leg of the Carabao Cup.
That's 1-0.
And with the way it's looking, their chances of qualifying for the next one is very slim. Because yesterday, they had chances upon chances to have buried that game. And Palmer was a major culprit of the game. He missed 3 or so clear-cut chances. And immediately Middlesbrough got their chance. They sealed it and they sat back and they defended all throughout the game. It was an eventful game, but Middlesbrough fans should be proud. So now going to Stamford Bridge now, the first thing that will be on their mind now is that get an early goal, sit back, relax, and let Chelsea just do the playing. Just break on the counter and enjoy yourself. The way it's looking now, it's going to be a tough one for Chelsea, but I hope because of you now, I'm hoping they do it, but I don't care. I try don't care about Chelsea, but I hope I do.
Beat people 12-1, 12-0.
12-0.
Yes, 12-0.
You can't beat Man U 12-0.
And tomorrow it will be my turn.
You can't beat Middlesbrough. You want to beat Man U 12-0.
I'm going to beat it. Don't worry. I'm going to pray over it. Fasting and prayer. My team must win. Chelsea must win.
How did you end up supporting Chelsea in the first place?
Because I love the color blue.
That's terrible. You don't like red. You don't like red.
Red is the bloody color.
You are wearing red, you know that. Or you call it wine.
My mom chose the outfit.
Okay. Your mom knows. Your mom has taste. She knows color.
I wear blue pants now, so
okay.
it matches to my.
Okay. It's time for us to round up. Thank you for staying with us. My name is David Smith.
My name is Igolo Eboluwa.
And join us again tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
100 naira. That's some bus.